Today I was drinking Lavazza Super Crema. I made this like regular coffee, but still tastes very good. I actually prefer it this way. Very rich, has a hint of hazelnut and brown sugar, so I definitely recommend trying these beans out. I also recommend the coffee we tried last time. They were so good I finished them in a week. Today we'll be looking at Master Grade Wing GundamZero EW version Katoki. So I prepared myself by building the oldest version Katoki first, and then move on to the latest version Katoki for full comparison. I'm gonna tell you right away, it's a really good kit. There are a few areas that still can be improved, which we'll talk about in the video, but overall it's a very good kit. And it comes with the action base. I wasn't too happy with the look of the action base, so I made my own base plate. You can get it from the link below if you're interested. And when you get a chance, comment, like, and subscribe. So did I mention this is a really good kit? It's a 100% brand new kit, no reused mold here. Proportions are refined and looks way better than the older kit. And I think it looks way better than the high resolution model. So unlike the older version, the kit has a lot more smaller details on the body, more panel lines, more part divisions, and there are 2 shades of blue, actually 2 shades of white as well. It's very subtle and hard to notice. Pure white and 5% gray. Some people in the comment section call it the big RG kit. And they're right, but in a good way. I mean, besides the multi-shade white and blue that's similar to the RG kit, some of the parts are so small that you have to be very careful not to break them or lose them. One of the most impressive small parts is the bags under the eyes. It's actually a separate part from the face. Probably for the future release of the Proto Wing Gundam, so get ready for that. Keep an eye on regular release. Take a guess in the comment section. Another really small part I was really impressed with was the 1/100 scale Heero Yuy. I mean, just look at the details on this. It was so small that actually one of the legs of my seated Heero Yuy actually broke, even before I took it off the runner. Luckily, I was able to fix it with a thin cement. So this kit is highly posable, very flexible, and I also love how the joints are strong enough to hold the poses, so you can do really cool poses like these, unlike the previous older version. There's a new gimmicks for the opening of the ears during the activation of the Zero system. The forearms has a new joint. The fins on the forearm can fold to allow shield attachment. And the forearm armors can slide up, showing holes for the rifle mount. The thumbs can move, and the hands have interchangeable hand parts. So there are fists, open palm, a beam saber hand, and rifle hands with a peg in the front. The machine cannon can open and close, and has very detailed Gatling gun on the inside. And the cockpit slide open to reveal the tiny Heero Yuy in the cockpit. The backpack for some reason does not have any details or panel lines on it. It just feels like they may have missed a spot. The new shoulder joints and the joints at the shoulder blades allow the kids to naturally pose the rifle shooting. And the torso and waist can now bend forward to about 90 degrees. But that joint is slightly weaker to hold in position due to the weight of the wing. The hip joints can shift forward and back. No ball joints at upper thighs. And the knee joints have connected movement with the thigh armor. The calves and hatches can open and help bend the leg even further. But the ankle joint is slightly odd. For side-to-side movement, it's fine, but forward and back movement is not that great. It cannot bend backwards at all. The front part of the feet bends down, which makes up for the lack of the rear movement of the ankle joint. But the smaller wings are pretty straightforward, with the beam saber hidden inside. The wings open, but the middle feathers sometimes get stuck. The big wings are beautiful. The top opens up to increase the volume. and the feathers can move individually. The weird thing is that they don't move so well, and almost feels like the pieces don't fit for some reason, even though I built it correctly based on the instruction. I do have some trust issue with the joints of the big wings. I'm just not sure how long they will last. Just be very careful when you move the wings. And they do move a little bit weird, and we'll need some patience to get them into position. So the twin buster rifles can now fold and store within the wings. And there are these new mounting pegs hidden in the back of the rifle for support. One missed opportunity in my opinion is that there are no clear parts for the sensors of the rifle. They're just stickers. The shield is very similar to the Proto-Zero, but slightly different. The buster rifles can mount onto the two sides for Newst Ver mode, and there's a clear part for the lens. So there are 3 modes of transformations: atmosphere entrance mode, Newst Ver mode for outer atmosphere, inner atmosphere. There's a piece attached to the waist. Someone mentioned in comments of the previous video, this is a huge improvement to line up the wings. So the transformation is pretty simple, actually way too simple. So not much to explain. In fact, I wouldn't call it a transformation. You essentially just attach the shield to cover the face. And the only complexity in transformation is to be careful not to break the wings. The level of Gundam transformation mechanism really took a nosedive starting at Gundam Wing back in '95. So yeah, this kit is definitely worth buying. I have virtually no issues with it. It's also a 100% brand new kit. I'd assume for Bandai this is a good investment for the future, as they can release a number of other kits using the same molds. So Wing Gundam EW is probably coming out soon. Snow White, and a dried rifle version, and also the extra finished version, which will probably be a Gundam base or P Bandai release. So how does the oldest version Kadoki compare to the newest version Kadoki? I'll give you the short answer. I like both, and they actually feel like 2 different kits. The new Gundam Wing Zero is almost like a different category after 2 decades of evolution. And in comparison, the original RX-78 version COD is almost like a Reborn 100 kit. Although it's old, but it feels very sturdy. The new Master Grades are very sleek and has a lot of new gimmicks, but I do worry about breaking them when I was posting it. It's nothing bad, but I just think both are actually really good. But that's just how I feel. I'm an old school guy. I think most people probably like the newest and the latest. So definitely get the new Gundam Wing Zero. And that's it for today's Toys and Coffee. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.